What is down, everybody? It is your main course, Little Pancake, and welcome back to another tier list video. Today, we will be jamming out music genre tier list. Okay, different types of music. Okay, everybody has their own different taste of music, which is usually a mixture of different genres, back, forth, here, there, all of that kind of stuff. So, let's do it. Let's do it. First up, we have classical music. Okay, this is Mozart, Beethoven, Bach. This is, classical music I think is underrated. Now, it's not something I would listen to, like, driving down the road or getting ready or working out or anything like that. But, like, just to have, like, in the background while you're chillaxing, not bad. You know, if you're practicing your Sudoku game or something, playing chess, classical music could be useful. I don't love it. I'm gonna put it C tier. And next up we have country music. All right, we got. That's not. Well, it's kind of good. I like country music, sort of. I like old country music, like Johnny Cash and those kind of guys. Not really new country. New country, like it's all about like women and drinking, and it's like, I'm not really into that. I'm into women. Well, this happens all the time. I would put country music D tier, honestly, now. Alright, next up we have dubstep. Alright, this is something you listen to when you're getting hype, you're getting ready to, you're working out or something, getting hype, you're getting ready for that Sudoku. I've started playing a lot of Sudoku lately, so when you're getting ready for the Sudoku Championship Tournament of the World, this is stuff you listen to. I don't listen to dubstep very often because I don't train for that many championships or anything like that. So I would probably put dubstep B tier. Alright, next up we have EDM. Not a huge fan of EDM. It's a little... What does EDM even stand for? So it stands for electronic dance music. And I am not a huge fan of that very fake sounding music, like electronic sounding music. I know dubstep is a lot of like fake sounding music, but I don't really like a lot of the electronically produced music. I'm not a huge fan of partying. I would probably put EDM in D tier. Alright, next up we have hip hop. Not a huge hip hop fan. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, the newer hip hop stuff, I'm not a huge fan of it. It's kind of a thin line between a lot of the music, like hip hop and like how you decipher whether it's hip hop, whether it's country, whether it's jazz. Hip hop, some of it, like there's a very select few songs that I really do like that is going to be the reason I put hip hop in B tier. I'm guessing this is going to be like indie, and I'm not exactly sure what that category involves, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm going to put it in the IDK section because I don't have songs to put in my brain. Alright, next up we have jazz. Okay, jazz music is kind of an older style of music. Nobody really makes jazz music anymore, but jazz is pretty good. I mean, what was his name? Langston Hughes? Was that a big... No, he's a poet, or she's a poet. Who's the jazz dude I'm thinking about? I can't remember. But jazz is pretty cool. The epic sax guy. Saxophone is a really cool instrument, I think. I'm gonna put jazz in C tier. Alright, next up we have lo-fi. Like lo-fi hip-hop beats, just kind of smooth, kind of like listen to while you're doing your math homework kind of type beat. And I think, I'm kind of a fan of that. I mean, it's alright, I'd say that's decent at least. I would say lo-fi is B tier. I'm gonna put it B tier. Alright, next up we have metal. Metal is probably an A tier for me. I like metal. I like just like headbanging music, kind of, but not super headbanging music. Kind of like mediocre headbanging music, like not like, but more like, you could, yeah, you got that. Next up we have pop music, which, it's kind of like hip hop. There's some songs that I do like, some songs that I don't like. I'm going to put it in a B tier with hip hop. And next up we have punk rock. This is kind of an interesting category because there's not it's kind of hard to figure out what to put into punk rock. Like, what's the difference between rock and punk rock, and then metal, and then pop, and then hip hop, and like they all just kind of mesh together to make punk rock. And depending on who you put in punk rock, I would say that I do like punk rock. I'm gonna put punk rock in an A tier. And next up we have R&B. Not a huge fan of R&B. I've listened to quite a few R&B songs that are classified as R&B. I haven't really liked any of them, to be honest. I think I'm gonna put it in D tier. And next up we have rap. I don't like rap. I'm gonna put rap F tier. Those of you who say like there's a song for everybody in rap, yeah, but if there's just one or two songs that are in that category that I like, that's still an F tier, because that means there's millions of other songs that I don't like in that category. If you only like one or two songs out of a category, you don't like the category. You just like those songs. It's a kind of like, you know, square is a rectangle, rectangle's not a square type deal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, next up we have rock. I like rock. Rock is going to be an S tier. I really like old rock and roll. You know, like Journey, the Eagles. You know, rock S tier. I like rock music. And next up we have techno. Again, kind of that fake sounding music that I don't really like. That's associated with EDM. But techno is a lot better than EDM, if you ask me. I would say techno. Probably a C tier. Alright, next up we have video game music. I like video game music, you know, depending on the video game. You know, like Undertale has a wonderful soundtrack. It's just great music at Undertale. A lot of video games have good music. Like the picture on here looks like maybe Space Invaders or something. So we're gonna go back to like old video game music, like Pac-Man, Space Invaders, what's another one, like Frogger, stuff like that. So that video game music is pretty good. You know, it's not something that I would just jam out to all the time, but I would say C tier maybe. We'll go B tier actually. Well, I'm gonna go B tier for video game music. And next up we have whatever this is, maybe K-pop. Those look like they look like Chinese, Japanese, Korean symbols of some sort. I don't know the difference between any of them, but they look like some kind of Asian symbols, like letters. So I would say K-pop because of P-O, K-pop. No, F tier for K-pop. I'm not a fan. I am not a what do they call them? I'm not ARMY or whatever the heck that's called. If you like it, good for you. You know, go for it. But I don't know. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the tier list. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to smash the like button. Just smash it so hard that it smashes. And make sure to subscribe as well. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. And have a wonderful day, everyone. I'll see all y'all later.